listening to the Day by Day podcast for the end of May, beginning of June, 2017. Welcome to the Day by Day podcast with me, Siobhan. This week, we honor, get out, and eat up.
There is a special sadness that accompanies the death of a serviceman, for we're never quite good enough to them. Not really, we can't be, because what they gave us is beyond our powers to repay. And so when a serviceman dies, it's a tear in the fabric, a break in the whole, and all we can do is remember. It is, in a way, an odd thing to honor those who died in defense of our country, in defense of us, in wars far away. The imagination plays a trick. We see these soldiers in our mind as old and wise. We see them as something like the founding fathers, grave and gray-haired. But most of them were boys when they died, and they gave up two lives, the one they were living and the one they would have lived. When they died, they gave up their chance to be husbands and fathers and grandfathers. They gave up their chance to be revered old men. They gave up everything for our country, for us. We owe them a debt we can never repay. All we can do is remember them and what they did and why they had to be brave for us.
That was President Reagan in 1985. Those words still stand today, and of course, apply to the women as well as the men who have served. This Monday, and every last Monday in May, is Memorial Day in the United States. This is a federal holiday which originated as Decoration Day following the Civil War in 1868. I'll look into Decoration Day in a future episode. But eventually, Decoration Day emerged as the day we know today as Memorial Day, in which we honor and remember those who died while serving in the country's armed forces. It also serves as the unofficial beginning of the summer season. Many people use this day to visit cemeteries and memorials and leave a small American flag or flowers to honor those who died in military service. The day is also celebrated with many social gatherings, including parades, barbecues, and picnics, as the weather in much of the U.S. allows for such gatherings. The National Memorial Day concert takes place on the West Lawn of the United States Capitol. The practice of decorating soldiers' graves with flowers is an ancient custom. Soldiers' graves were decorated in the U.S. before and during the American Civil War. The first use of the term Memorial Day was in 1882, but it did not become commonly used until after World War II and was not declared the official name of the day until 1967. Memorial Day, or Decoration Day, was held on May 30th until 1968 when Congress passed the Uniform Monday Holiday Act, which moved 4 holidays, including Memorial Day, to a specified Monday and created a 3-day weekend. However, the change did not go fully into effect until 1971. May 30th had originally been chosen following the Civil War as the date of observance because there was no notable Civil War battle that occurred on that day. Many argue that moving the holiday to Monday to allow for a 3-day weekend undermines the meaning of the day. In 2000, Congress designated 3 p.m. as the National Moment of Remembrance. 1.3 million American soldiers have died in the nation's wars, 620,000 in the Civil War alone. Memorial Day is the second biggest grilling day in the U.S., behind Independence Day, with the most popular barbecue item being the hamburger. There is a 25% increase in home cooking fires on Memorial Day. More than 39 million people plan to travel this Memorial Day weekend, with Orlando being the top destination, followed by Seattle and Las Vegas. President Trump plans to visit his Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida. So whether you plan to travel or have a staycation, have a safe Memorial Day while honoring those who gave all for our nation.
All day I've been inside and I've got the feeling I'm trapped between the walls and underneath the ceiling. I feel a bit off track, and now I'm trying to get back in the cool, cool air where the sun is shining. Nothing's gonna stop me, it's all in the timing. It's finally again my turn. It's time to return, 'cause I won't stay inside no more, no more. I cannot wait to go outdoors. Well, open up your door and be like me. Open up your door and then breathe free. Look at all the beauty you'll feel. Love, 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 love. Listen to the music of the wind and the birdies sing. We're just one big family, and all of nature deserves to be loved, 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 loved. So I won't stay inside no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm sure there's no need to run and hide. Let's go explore. It feels so great. Let's go outdoors. Do 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 do. Everyone, come on out here, where the air is fresh and clear. So I won't stay inside no more, no more. It cannot wait. Let's go outdoors. Well, open up your door and be like me. Open up your door, then breathe free. Look at all the beauty and you'll find the earth and the sky is yours. So please don't, there's no need to hide inside. Let's go explore. This feels so great. Let's go outdoors.
That was Jason Mraz on Sesame Street. This week we say goodbye to May and welcome June, which is Great Outdoors Month. What started in 1998 as Great Outdoors Week has grown into a month-long celebration of the outdoors and all the benefits it brings. Throughout the month across the country, events are held to encourage Americans to get outside and enjoy the great outdoors. June 3rd is National Trails Day, sponsored by the American Hiking Society. Each year on the first Saturday in June, American Hiking Society and the Trails community invite Americans of all ages and abilities to find their own adventure and discover their unique story at one of the thousands of events hosted throughout the country. By coordinating a wide array of trail activities on a single day, National Trails Day attracts new trail users and helps connect existing trail enthusiasts with local clubs and organizations with the hopes of creating trail advocates and stewards. Visit AmericanHiking.org to find an event near you and use the hashtag National Trails Day to share your adventures on social media. The week of June 3rd is National Fishing and Boating Week, sponsored by Take Me Fishing. This week celebrates the importance of recreational boating and fishing in enhancing people's quality of life and preserving our nation's natural beauty. Most states offer free fishing during this week. Visit takemefishing.org to find out where you can go boating and fishing for free during the week. And use hashtag #FirstCatch for your first catch of the day or first catch of your lifetime. June 10th is National Get Outdoors Day, or GO Day. This day is coordinated by the American Recreation Coalition and the U.S. Forest Service. One of the primary goals of GO Day is to reach underserved populations and first-time visitors to public lands and reconnect youth to the great outdoors. This year, there are 198 events across the nation. Visit nationalgetoutdoorsday.org for events near you. There are also campouts for kids held throughout the country, many hosted by the governors at the state capitals. Studies show that kids who enjoy outdoor activity grow lean and strong, have enhanced imaginations and attention spans, decreased aggression, and better classroom performance. In addition, children who spend time in nature regularly are shown to become better stewards of the environment. But children are spending half as much time outdoors as they did 20 years ago. So as the kids get out of school for summer, take advantage of Great Outdoors Month and get them outside. Adults receive many of the same benefits from outdoor activities. According to the Outdoor Foundation, last year 144 million people participated in 11 billion outdoor activities. While this seems impressive, it means that 152 million people didn't participate in outdoor activities. The same report says that stand-up paddleboarding is one of the fastest growing outdoor activities, something I definitely want to do. It's risen 61% in popularity since 2013. Running and jogging are the most popular outdoor activities, but have declined about 12%. But bird watching has declined the most, 18% to be exact. Visit greatoutdoorsmonth.org for more information and how you can get involved, as well as lots more events. But whatever you do, get outdoors.
Yes, please.
Can I get the fish and chips?
And I'll have tuna baguette, but with onion rings instead of fries.
Okay.
Hang on a minute, wait. Well, yours comes with onion rings anyway, so give his chips to me.
What?
Put his chips on my plate and just leave him with the onion rings.
So you want fish and chips and chips?
Yeah.
That's from the British comedy Gavin and Stacey. This Friday, June 2nd, is the second annual National Fish and Chip Day in the UK and will take place on the first Friday in June every year. This day to honor the UK's favorite dish was started by the National Edible Oil Distributors Association, and they promised that this year will be more epic than last. The National Edible Oil Distributors Association represent packers and distributors of oils and fats in the UK. Another aim of the day is to bring together everyone involved in creating the iconic dish, from chip and ship shops, pub chains, restaurants, and retailers, to the fishermen and farmers who provide the sustainable and natural ingredients needed to create this family favorite. I think everyone has probably had fish and chips, but finding good, authentic fish and chips is not so common, especially if you aren't in the UK. It's basically fried, battered fish and chips, or fries as we call it in the US. While fried fish and fried potatoes have been served throughout history, the combination that creates the fish and chip dish first appeared in the 1860s. Fish and chips became a stock meal among the working class in England as a consequence of the rapid development of trawl fishing in the North Sea and the development of railways which connected the ports to major industrial cities during the second half of the 19th century, so that fresh fish could be rapidly transported to the heavily populated areas. British fish and chips were originally served in a wrapping of old newspapers, but this practice has now largely ceased because of hygiene and been replaced with plain paper, cardboard, or plastic being used instead. Traditionally, the fish was fried in beef dripping or lard, but today it is more common to use vegetable or peanut oil. English-style chips are typically thicker than the US version of French fries and are closer to what Americans would call steak fries. Typically in the UK, cod or haddock are used for the fish, though many other types of fish, especially whitefish, can be used. Additional flavoring used on fish and chips is usually salt and vinegar, malt vinegar, or lemon. A side of mushy peas often accompanies the dish in the UK, and in the US, it is commonly served with coleslaw. The modern fish and chip shop, known as a chippy or chipper in British slang, originated in the United Kingdom. Early fish and chip shops had only very basic facilities. Usually these consisted principally of a large cauldron of cooking fat heated by a coal fire. The fish and chip shop later evolved into a fairly standard format, with the food served to customers over a counter behind which the fryers were located. British consumers eat some 382 million portions of fish and chips every year. That's 6 servings for every man, woman, and child. During the Second World War, Winston Churchill recognized the crucial role of fish and chips, referring to them as good companions. Fish and chips were not subject to rationing because the government feared the dish was so embedded in the nation's culture that any limit would damage morale. Fish and chips played a part in the D-Day landings. British soldiers identified each other by crying out, "Fish!" and waiting for the response of Chips. The winner of the UK's Best Fish and Chip Shop competition for 2017 is Kinger Fish and Chips in Plymouth. You can visit neoda.org.uk for more information about this tasty day. And if you're not in the UK, just search the internet for a local fish and chip shop near you. By the way, Ireland celebrates their own National Fish and Chips Day on May 31st, so you can actually celebrate the dish twice this week.
Oh, yum! Fish and chips!
That's it for this week. I'll be back next week. Until then, remember to make each day count.